Bright white sand, deep green mangroves, and cool blue waters. These are the color definitions of paradise on Earth, an island you'd like to spend your whole vacation with. The island offers not just the beauty of the view, but a variety of water activities such as water blubbing, jet skiing, snorkeling, fish feeding, and a lot more. The underwater view undeniably equates the aesthetic view of the whole island, where a diversity of fishes, corals, shells, and other rare sea creatures can be seen. These spectacular eye feasts of natural beauty of flora and fauna can be witnessed only in Puerto Princesa, Palawan. Book your island hopping tours now, only at Honda Bay, your dream destination.
Hello, grade 9 Dream learners! Welcome to Puerto Princesa Dream TV, your digital classroom. Come, let's get ready to be amazed and unlock aha moments with the grade 9 quarter 2 chemistry lessons. I am Teacher Anna, and I will be your virtual teacher as we explore the wonderful subatomic world. Aren't you excited? Well, I am. Have a pen and paper handy as we dissect the lesson carefully. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to relate the mole concept to Avogadro's number. Apply the mole concept to represent particles of a substance. Are you excited? Let's start our new learnings and enjoy. Before we continue, let us answer first the following questions. Choose the letter of the correct answer from the given options. You have 5 seconds to answer each question. And when you hear this, that means the time is up. Get ready and let's start. Directions. Listen and analyze the following questions and select the letter of the best answer. Write your answer on your paper. Directions. Read the questions carefully. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. Ethyl butanoate or C3H7 COOC2H5 is the substance responsible for the aroma of pineapple. What is the molar mass of ethyl butanoate? A. 116.18 grams per mole. B. 117.12 grams per mole. C. 118.00 grams per mole. And D. 120.12 grams per mole. Number 2. People usually use hydrogen peroxide or H2O2, where the molar mass is 34.02 grams per mole, to clean their wounds. If Cheska used 1.0 grams of H2O2 to clean her wound, how many moles of H2O2 is it? A. 0.025 mole. B. 0.029 mole. C. 0.030 mole. And D. 0.035 mole. Number 3. What is the right number of moles of a calcium carbonate CaCO3 compound? A. 1 mole Ca, 1 mole C, 3 moles O. B. 3 moles Ca, 3 moles C, 3 moles O. C. 1 mole Ca, 3 moles C, 3 moles O. And D. 3 moles Ca, 1 mole C, and 1 mole O. Number 4. How many particles are there in 1 mole of any kind of substance? A. 6.01 times 10 to the 23. B. 6.02 times 10 to the 23. C. 6.01 times 10 to the 24. And D. 6.02 times 10 to the 24. Number 5. What is the representative particle of ionic compounds? A. Atom. B. Formula unit. C. Ion. And D. Molecule.
Check your answers on the screen.
Number 1. A. Number 2. B. Number 3. A. Number 4. B. And number 5. B. Did you get a perfect score? If yes, that's great. If no, that's fine. Because as we go on with the lesson, we will deepen your understanding so you can get this high score at the end of this episode. Don't forget to take down all important details for you to be guided and cope with the lesson. Have you seen a pack of colored chocolates or mixed nuts? What can you say about their appearances? Can you segregate them from one another? In our daily life, we prefer convenience. We always want an easier life and way of living. Every single day, we do a lot of work that needs the ability to count or measure. We count reactions in the new uploaded profile picture or shares and subscribers in an uploaded videos in our social media accounts, while others do number of measurements such as the cup of rice to cook, the volume of water to drink, and others. Have you ever tried to count the number of grains of rice you cook? It's not that easy, right? There are terms that we use to indicate certain numbers, such as a dozen of donuts is always 12 pieces. One case of soft drink is 12 pieces, and 1 century-old artifact is 100 years old. Are you familiar that a ream of bond paper consists of 500 pieces of papers? Chemists also need the right amount of substances in their fields. It is impossible to count the number of atoms present in the substance by knowing their masses. These substances are very small and too many to count individually. The reason why chemists use a unit called mole. Do you have any idea how many particles are there in 1 mole? The mole concept is the convenient way of expressing the amount of a substance. Particles are counted by mole, represented by MOL, a unit that contains very large number equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23, representative particles, that is atom, molecules or formula units of that substance, and is called Avogadro's number in honor of Amadeo Avogadro, and is often represented by the symbol big letter N, where small letter n is the number of moles of the substance. Now you can imagine how small the Avogadro's number is. An example of this is a mole of water containing a number of molecules of H2O. Each water molecule contains 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 atom of oxygen. Therefore, 1 mole of H2O contains 2 moles of hydrogen and 1 mole of oxygen. 1 mole of water is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23 molecules of water. Let us look at sodium chloride as another example. How many molecules are there in 4.0 moles of NaCl? To answer this, consider that 1 mole is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23 particles. Using the dimensional analysis, you will be able to convert the number of moles to its equivalent amount in the number of particles. Thus, 4.0 moles of NaCl times 6.02 times 10 to the 23 equals 2.41
times 10 to the 24
molecules of NaCl. 1 mole of glucose, or C6H12O6, contains 6 atoms of carbon, 12 atoms of hydrogen, and 6 atoms of oxygen. In 1 mole of glucose, there are as many moles of each element as the atoms in a molecule of a compound. Therefore, 1 mole of C6H12O6 contains 6 moles of carbon, 12 moles of hydrogen, and 6 moles of oxygen. Can you weigh a single atom or molecule? What particular instrument are you going to use? You are right. It is not possible to weigh a single atom or molecule even if you use the most high technology instrument. When you weigh 1 mole of a substance, you are weighing its mass in grams, which is also numerically equal to its mass in atomic mass unit. Thus, this mass is known as molar mass of the element. Molar mass of the element is equal to the atomic mass expressed in grams per mole of the element. Let's take this another example. What is the molar mass of 1 mole H2SO4? The molar mass and molecular mass are the same. It is the mass in the grams per mole of a substance, that is, molar mass equals grams per mole. This equation, or its reverse, is used to relate the number of moles with the number of grams of a substance. So, to determine the mass of a given number of mole, we use number of moles times molar mass equals the mass of the whole substance. Let's replace the formula with the units. Mole times grams per mole equals grams. To determine the number of moles N in a given mass, the following equation is used. Number of grams times 1 over molar mass equals mole. Let's replace the formula with the units. Grams times mole over grams equals moles N. The definition of mole in terms of Avogadro's number gives the factors that are reciprocals. 1 mole of particles over 6.02 times 10 to the 23 and 6.02 times 10 to the 23 divided by 1 mole. These factors are used to obtain the number of moles and a number of molecules as illustrated below. Number of particles times 1 mole divided by 6.02 times 10 to the 23 particles equals number of moles. Number of moles times 6.02 times 10 to the 23 particles divided by 1 mole is equal to number of particles. To summarize the relationships, please see illustration below.
Directions. Read the given situation and help Nathan identify the number of moles in each element for the given compounds. Take the first one as an example. Scan the QR code on the screen to have a copy of an activity sheet and print. You will be given 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Nathan is a junior high school learner. During their science class, he was asked by his teacher to go to the laboratory room and look for the available substances for their science activity. Looking at the cabinet, he felt confused as he saw different bottles containing samples of compounds. Can you help Nathan identify the number of moles of each element in the given list of their teacher so that Nathan would be able to get the right amount of compounds to be used in their science activity? Please refer to the table for the list of compounds you are tasked to compute the number of moles for each element. Check your answers on the screen. Number 1. 1 mole sodium, 1 mole chlorine. Number 2. 2 moles hydrogen, 1 mole oxygen. Number 3. 6 moles carbon, 12 moles hydrogen, 6 moles oxygen. Number 4. 9 moles carbon, 8 moles hydrogen, and 4 moles oxygen. And number 5.
1 mole copper, 1 mole sulfur, and 4 moles oxygen.
Guide questions. Number 1.
How did you get the number of moles in each element from the given compounds? Jackpot! I just made a guess with it. I truly trust my intuition. I knew it by looking at the symbols and subscripts in the formula. Number 2. Have you helped Nathan in identifying the number of moles of each element? Yes, because I am familiar with the elements in each given compounds based on our science lesson. No, because I am confused also with the names of the elements. Number 3. How did you feel helping Nathan with this task? I feel happy because I was able to help Nathan with his task. I feel happy because I am better than Nathan in accomplishing the task. Let's check your answers for the guide questions. Number 1. I knew it by looking at the symbols and subscripts in the formula. Number 2. Yes, because I am familiar with the elements in each given compound based on our science lesson. Number 3. I feel happy because I was able to help Nathan with his task. Directions. Complete the table with the needed information by applying the mole concept. Scan the QR code on the screen to have a copy of an activity sheet and print it. You will be given 1 minute and 30 seconds. Check your answers on the screen. Questions. Number 1. Does applying mole concept can be used as quantitative tool in daily life? Yes, because it gives us an idea on how many molecules of a particular substance, though we cannot see it. No, because there are a lot of measuring tools available that can be used to measure the amount of substances. Check your answers on the screen. Yes,
It is because it gives us an idea on how many molecules of a particular substance, though we cannot see it. You did a great job in answering the activities.
Because we are finished with our discussion, let us take note of some of the important concepts we have learned for today. Matter is made up of particles, which may be atoms, ions, or molecules, whose amount may be expressed in terms of a mole and whose mass is expressed in terms of grams per mole or molar mass and is equal to Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number is equal to 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd power.
Before we end our episode, let us have a short quiz to test if you really understand our lesson for today. You can also use your learning activity sheets. Are you ready? Let's start. Directions. Listen and analyze the following questions and select the letter of the best answer. Write your answer on your paper. Roll 5. Directions. Read the questions carefully. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. Ethyl butanoate or C3H7COOC2H5 is the substance responsible for the aroma of pineapple. What is the molar mass of ethyl butanoate? A. 116.18 grams per mole. B. 117.12 grams per mole. C. 118.00 grams per mole. And D. 120.12 grams per mole. Number 2. People usually use hydrogen peroxide or H2O2 where the molar mass is 34.02 grams per mole to clean their wounds. If Cheska used 1.0 grams of H2O2 to clean her wound, how many moles of H2O2 is it? A. 0.025 mole. B. 0.029 mole. C. 0.030 mole. And D. 0.035 mole. Number 3. What is the right number of moles of a calcium carbonate CaCO3 compound? A. 1 mole Ca, 1 mole C, 3 moles O. B. 3 moles Ca, 3 moles C, 3 moles O. C. 1 mole Ca, 3 moles C, 3 moles O. And D. 3 moles Ca, 1 mole C, and 1 mole O. Number 4. How many particles are there in 1 mole of any kind of substance? A. 6.01 times 10 to the 23. B. 6.02 times 10 to the 23. C. 6.01 times 10 to the 24. And D. 6.02 times 10 to the 24. Number 5. What is the representative particle of ionic compounds? A. Atom. B. Formula unit. C. Ion. And D. Molecule.
Check your answers on the screen.
Number 1. A. Number 2. B. Number 3. A. Number 4. B. And number 5. B. Congratulations, grade 9 learners! I'm glad that we are able to finish this task in our lesson. If you have questions regarding this lesson, you may ask the assistance of your science teacher.
Applying the mole concept can be a useful quantitative tool in daily life. Understanding this concept gives you an idea of how many molecules of vitamins and or medicines are introduced inside our body. Given the mass, you also have a clear idea of how many molecules of pollutants are produced and released in the environment due to human activities, though your unaided eyes cannot see them. As science advocates like you and me, we can help find solutions to the environmental problems. Just continue to learn and explore. Congratulations, Dream Learners, for completing this episode. We have unlocked another science lesson that you can apply in your daily lives. As a student like you, always make it a habit to count your blessings, whether big or small, that you receive every day instead of counting your problems. Problems are blessings in disguise. Everything happens for a reason, and there's always something to learn. We should always be thankful and always choose to be a happy person. Keep discovering and continue learning. This has been your virtual teacher, Anna. See you again in the next episode of Puerto Princesa Dream TV.